In this video, we're going to look at how the Ravens attacked the Steelers tight front in their first matchup. What you see and what we mean by that when we use the expression tight front is that you're going to see two defensive tackles aligned on the inside shoulder of our left and right tackles here at what's called a 4-eye technique and a head-up nose. So you have three bodies all inside the tackles, a bit of a 32 look. These second-level linebackers are aligned typically as 30 techniques, which is the outside shoulder of the guard. You'll see the Steelers kind of play a game here with that, but this is basically what we're talking about in terms of the linebacker technique, or alignment, rather. It's really interesting to see the way the Ravens kind of overcame this look, particularly because of the injury to Stanley midway through the game, and they really hit their stride in the run game in the fourth quarter. There are some problems that are inherent for gap scheme teams when facing the tight front that we'll get into. Primarily, the Steelers are trying to take away interior gaps and spill and attack these gaps and get some free runners. We'll take these plays sequentially. You can see the Steelers getting into this tight front rather late, and a lot of conversation here between tackle and guard, and then guard and center. And let's talk about this 4-eye here, so far as it relates to the Ravens' pulling of Bozeman. This is an issue for most teams, and it's an issue for the Ravens, if not for Stanley, being so athletic. How do you get this 4-eye Hayward here? How do you get him hinge blocked when you pull this guard? Keeping him from crashing this gap and cutting him off. You could pull the center, which they normally do when aligned with a 3-tech there, as a 3-tech. But he's got somebody head up, and if you do that, you're down blocking all the way across, and you're going to have a hard time climbing second level. As I said, the Ravens are very fortunate here. The athleticism of Stanley. Watch how quickly he's off the ball. And he's able to get it in front of Hayward enough to cut him off. And what you get is this nice double team, center to nose and left guard coming down. Left guard's able to climb to the will. And as everything, it does boil down to making blocks. You'll see Brown get beat by the 4-eye here. He comes off and makes a play. A little bit of games here with the Steelers, I think, in this late alignment. Obviously, the Ravens are ready for this, but Watt's going to play this C-gap game here. That confuses the pull. And we talked about the linebackers, the inside backers, being aligned in a 30 technique. You can see 41 is there. Williams is late to that, but he ends up there. Just a little 3-yard gain here, but what's interesting is how we see the Ravens progress through the game, how they combat this, particularly given the fact, again, that Stanley goes down in this game. Ravens are in 12 personnel here, tight end to either side, 2 wideouts. You can see the advantage they have, at least in terms of numbers here as it appears. But watch how they exploit the 4-eye here. It's very, very cool. And again, they take advantage of Stanley's athleticism. And perhaps we can see it better. We'll watch it from above, but perhaps we can kind of look at it from the other angle. You can see they pull Stanley out front there. But what's notable is they are reading Hayward here, and that is not something I don't think that he's comfortable with. They're really making him question himself here, I think. Yeah, he's being read. Stanley goes away. Ricard's going to come down and crack on the linebacker. He does not do a great job. He does a sufficient job. He isn't able to get his hips turned here and seal this guy completely out. But you get 8 yards on this play. Watch the pull by McCary. If Hayward widens, Lamar's going to keep this thing and follow. So just a very interesting way to exploit this front and also exploit the fact that Ronnie Stanley's so athletic. I'm not sure you'll see the Steelers in this front much. The Ravens really, no matter what happened, were able to kind of figure out what to do with that. You see them as Stanley's gone down, kind of move Brown over. And now they're really using the athleticism of their and the outside zone running abilities of Dobbins and Gus in the third quarter to kind of beat this front. Good read there by Dobbins. McCary makes a nice block. So does Skura. Skura is quick off the ball in this game. Gets just enough. Watch McCary get out front and watch the read by Dobbins. It's really interesting to see how the Ravens ran against this front that Steelers are really implementing because they feel it'll slow them or stop them running the football. But it also should be pointed out that you can throw on this. And I would expect the Ravens to do that a lot more. You see what this does to Watt when you set up 3 receivers, and in this case Watt. He's not able to rush the quarterback here. You've got to drop him into some form of zone coverage. And if it's not Watt, it's going to be Dupree or somebody else outside. They're not able to get a 5th DB on the field with these 3 down linemen. And with the Ravens' new receivers and new pass game, presumably this is going to be a different way to attack. In any case, you see the option game here really in the fourth quarter start to explode, where they're going to read Dupree down at the line of scrimmage here. They're going to arc Nick out front. There's the pitch. And you get a big gain out of Dobbins. Watch it again. The Ravens have motioned Nick. If we back it up a little bit, we'll see that. And they end up with Dupree and Watt to this side. And this does not, another option play here, but does not take Lamar long, seeing as that edge is already sort of sealed. Gets that ball out quickly to J.K. With Nick out front. Pretty violent block here by Nick. Andrews has turned into a great blocker, or a very good one. Yeah, and you can see again the Ravens getting outside of this front and blocking it up nicely. So again, you're not able to get that 5th DB on the field. Again, you end up with Watt and Dupree to the side, and you take probably their best player or one of their best players out of the run fit. But you can see there's room to throw against this coverage as well. This is a bad position for him to be in. He can't rush the quarterback. He can't play the run. Or rather, he can't rush the quarterback and he can't defend the pass. He can't do both. Ravens go again to outside zone here. Nice cut by Gus. Big gain by Gus. Watch the block on the back side here, or the back view. Really quick off the ball is McCary here. Excuse me, Skura. And watch the cut. And then Gus identifies that right away. It's the last play. If you've made it this far, this is my favorite play out of the bunch. They go option right again here. A lot to see. A lot of good blocks. Big first down that they pick up on the ground there. Again, Steelers aligned in that tight front. We talked about it to start the video. Watch Lamar attack Watt. And Watt, you better believe it, Watt wants to hit him, but Lamar's very, very athletic, of course. He's not able to get that shot on him. Love the block by Andrews and McCary here, and Ricard. Ricard does a great job on the edge here. Watch sort of a skip pull by McCary. Watch how he blocks this, too. Real interesting. They bring him all the way over to grab the will. Very nice block on his part. And Andrews is pretty awesome as well. Yeah, this guy's going to get outside so as to not be reached. He just does what he's supposed to, keeps driving, and he allows Dobbins to make this read. Cuts it inside. Watch it again.